Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my perfume fall 2023 recommendations. If you missed my body spray recommendations for fall 2023, I will link it up in the cards. But today we are doing the fragrances. I'm so excited for this video because I love these picks. I have a ton of new scents, some scents that you guys haven't even seen me mention on my channel that I'm going to be talking about today. They're all right here behind me. I have all kinds of price points as per usual. I actually don't think I have too expensive scents in here. Everything is under $150 and there's options in here that are literally like 20-30 bucks. Before we officially get into it, this portion of the video is sponsored by FragranceNet, and I can't believe they're sponsoring me because it is thundering outside. I am so thrilled to be working with FragranceNet for this video. I've bought some of my favorite fragrances on FragranceNet. I've blind bought so many scents off their website. You guys know I kind of stay away from online shopping, but whenever I do, I love to use FragranceNet. They have hundreds of fragrances on their site that you can pick from. They have a ton of fragrances that have been discontinued, like maybe not entirely discontinued, but they're really hard to come across in any department store. They have them on there. They have niche fragrances. They have so many fragrances to choose from. Everything on there is 100% authentic. You never have to worry about buying a fake. I bought from them myself prior to ever having any relationship with working with them, so I can definitely vouch for that. Their fragrances have always come to me packaged great, shipped within a short time frame. So if you're looking for any fragrances out there, fragrances that are hard to come across in stores, I highly urge you to go on there and check them out. Today I have two scents in this video to show you of perfumes that I have been trying to find in stores for so long, but I have been struggling, one more so than the other, and you'll see why. They also price their fragrances so fairly. You will find huge discounted prices on there on literal designer scents. Before you get your scents from any department store that will rack up the price so much more than it needs to be, go on there first because their prices are like as low as you will ever find fragrances. You can find really good deals on scents. You don't need to be overpaying for scents. A lot of big retailers, and I'm not gonna name names, but they overprice the heck out of their perfumes when you can easily find them online and authentic. On top of their already really big discounted prices, they also kindly gave me a code for you guys, so you can use my code Ksenia for 30% off at checkout. And that's a major discount. You're gonna be getting so much money off and get like an amazing scent, so definitely make sure to utilize that at checkout. Let me show you the two fragrances that I got from FragranceNet. So this first perfume is a perfume I've wanted honestly since the beginning of my channel. When I first started my channel, I feel like I got really into fragrances from Kathleen Lights. She was a huge inspiration to me, and I know that she is a makeup channel more than a fragrance channel, but she also has a big love for perfumes, and she has a lot of perfume videos on her channel, and I feel like her videos were the first that I came across that really made me get into perfumes more than I already was at the time. And this was a scent she always talked about, and I could never find it in store, and at that time I was just so against buying online. I did not feel like waiting. I was like, I'd rather not have it than have to wait a week for it. So this is Valentino Donna. Not to be mistaken with Valentino Donna Born in Roma, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows about. This is the original Donna, and I have wanted the original Donna for so long. The packaging of this is beautiful. It has the exact same packaging as Valentino Donna Born in Roma, but it doesn't have the black Valentino logo right here like that one, the black cap. The juice is not as pink. This one just looks more elegant to me. And that's exactly what this smells like. It's more elegant, it's more mature in the best way possible. I'm gonna be using this so freaking much. I'm so glad I got a huge bottle of it. This is the 3.4 ml bottle. By the way, these two scents that I'm going to talk about from FragranceNet, I am also including in my fall recommendations. So this would be my first fall recommendation perfume. I'm going to be using this all throughout fall, all throughout winter, honestly all year long. I don't think this necessarily needs a season. I find this to be like a really signature worthy scent. More so I would say like a nighttime occasion going out. I find it super sexy. I feel like Born in Roma is a little bit more frisky, which is a little bit more scandalous. This one is a little bit more put together, more elegant, and just sexier in that kind of way. Just classier, let's just say that. It is raining so hard outside, so if you keep hearing loud noises in the background, it's the rain. This has top notes of bergamot, grapefruit, middle notes of iris, Bulgarian rose, and praline, base notes of vanilla, leather, and patchouli. This is pretty different from Donna Born in Roma. I'm pretty sure Donna Born in Roma is supposed to be a flanker of this. Or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like ever since Donna Born in Roma came out, it came out as kind of its own scent. but the packaging of it is similar and it has the same name, so I'm assuming Born in Roma is the flanker to this. Now as far as it smelling like this, I don't think they smell alike at all. This one smells very, very, very lipsticky, like makeup like. Almost smells like the smell of the MAC lipsticks. Like, has that very, very makeup powdery, just sweet, almost like a plastic scent to it. And I think that's mainly coming from that iris. Iris always does that to perfumes. Some of my favorite fragrances are Lipstick Fever, Lolita Lampica, and so many others that have that lipsticky feel to them. This one also has a heavy rose aspect about it, which is what I'm saying. This one is just more elegant and more mature, but the rose is very beautifully done in here. It doesn't smell dated. The vanilla that's in the base you definitely smell because it has a lot of sweetness. This one is definitely less sweet than Born in Roma. It's a little bit more floral, and it's also more leathery because it has that leather note. This is jaw-dropping. I am so happy to have this in my collection. Everything Kathleen said about this is true, and I feel like it's such an underrated scent. Ever since Donna Born in Roma came out, I don't think anybody knows about the existence of this one. This needs to be more talked about. And then this is the next scent I have. This is Couture Couture by Juicy Couture. This is my all-time favorite Juicy Couture scent, and I have a lot of them. I love a lot of them, but this is definitely hands down my favorite, and I've been trying to come across the actual big bottle because I see the little bottle a lot in like Ross's and TJ Maxx and all of them, but I actually have a little bottle of it right here, and I've been so sparing with it because I haven't been able to find this anywhere else, and I have kind of stopped myself from using it because I just have a little, I think this is a 1 ounce, and so I've just been using this very, very lightly because I've been looking for a bigger bottle. I finally got the bigger bottle of it. Now in this video I have 2 declutters that I will be posting on my Mercari, so stay tuned a little bit later on in this video. But this is gonna be a declutter that is going up on my Mercari. Only reason being I just got this big bottle of it, and you guys know with the traveling I don't want doubles of things, and now that I have this big bottle I feel a lot better about using it up. This scent smells so expensive. It literally could be worth $300 in my opinion, and I would still buy it, but it's not. Thankfully it's actually very, very affordable. It definitely has that DNA of Juicy Couture in it, but it's more mature than the others. The packaging of it is a little bulky, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like with traveling with this is gonna be kind of a lot, but you can take this top thing off. This has notes of African orange flower, mandarin orange, grapefruit, middle notes of plum, jasmine, and honeysuckle, and base notes of amber, vanilla, and sandalwood. It's a really, really well-rounded scent. It reminds me a lot of Burberry London, if you're familiar with that scent. It has this beautiful floral vibe to it, but it's also very equally very sweet. It's so sexy, it's so feminine. This is honestly one of the perfumes that my husband compliments the most when I wear. Like, every time I wear this, he always compliments me on it. Even just beyond him, I get tons of compliments on this scent. So definitely a great one. It's another like really, really underrated scent. I can't wait to actually start using this more now that I have this big bottle, but definitely check out on my Mercari if you want the little bottle of this one. I will post it right after I'm done filming this video, so by the time it's up and live for you guys to see, it should be on there, so definitely be one of the first to snatch that up. Those were the 2 fragrances sent to me by FragranceNet. Thank you to them again for sponsoring this portion of the video. And with that said, let's get into the rest of my fall recommendations for this season. The rest of these are not sponsored. I've bought them with my own money. Well, at least the majority of them. There's a couple here that were sent to me, but they're not sponsored. Let me start off with probably the most amazing hidden gem that I think I have ever found. The only reason why I'm so sad to show this perfume is because I have not been able to find it online anywhere. The only place that I can see it is random people that are listing this on Mercari. But guys, if you come across this perfume at Marshall's, it is literally $14.99. But it smells like it could be $4,000. Alright, I'm just joking, not that high. But to me, it just smells so good. Like, I don't even care about the price point because it's that good. But the fact that it's $14.99 just blows my mind. It's this perfume right here. If you're on perfume TikTok at all, maybe you've seen this floating around. That's how I came across this. I think somebody just mentioned it and they said the notes, and I was like already on my way to Marshall's to try to find this. At first, I couldn't find it. I went to several Marshall's. I went to several TJ Maxx's. Could not find it, and so I kind of gave up on it. And then a little bit later, like a week or 2, I was in a Marshall's and I completely forgot about it. Like, it was completely out of my mind, and I was just in the fragrance section and I see this there. It is Curations by The Good Scent. I'm guessing that's the name. And I think the fragrance is called Manifest Your Future. It's a really gorgeous bottle, honestly. And then in the back, I love the fact that it says the fragrance notes. Just hear these notes and I'm sure you guys are gonna be obsessed too, if you're a gourmand lover, that is. So this has top notes of candy apple and spiced pear, middle notes of caramel sugar and sage leaf, and base notes of coconut milk and vanilla cookie. I can't even describe the amazingness of this scent because it smells exactly like every aspect of those notes. You can kind of almost immediately upon spraying it smell that candy apple, but then it has this slight little spice to it. The more it settles, you get that caramel sugar. It just gets more sugary and dense. And then when the coconut milk and that vanilla cookie comes in, if there was more bottles of this when I went to that Marshall's, I would have picked them all up, honestly, especially considering they're all $14.99. If I ever see it, I haven't gone to Marshall's in a while, but if I see this again, I'm gonna pick up more scents. You need this scent. It is so good. It's the epitome of a fall scent. I know it has a ton of sweet notes in it, but it's the perfect amount of sweet without being too sickly sweet, toothache inducing sweet. It's just perfect in every way. I'm gonna link like a Mercari link that I find of somebody selling this scent because otherwise I don't know of any websites that are selling this. This out of this world. Okay, my next fall recommendation is actually gonna be a declutter, but simultaneously a fall recommendation. Bear with me and I'll tell you why. So this is Victoria's Secret Tease Coco Soiree. I am decluttering this out of my collection, not because I don't like it. I really do, but I'm trying not to have unnecessary scents in my collection, and this to me is what I would call an unnecessary scent. Again, not because I don't like it. I love the way this smells, but to me this smells very similar to the original Tease. Of course, it has differences to it. I think the main one being it's just more berry-like, and it's called Coco Soiree. We already established this. I did a whole dedicated review to this. There's not really a big cocoa scent to this. It's just kind of slightly there in the background. It's more so just like a powdery, a little bit sweeter berry version of the original Tease. To me, it's not that big of a difference for me to keep both, especially since I'm being super strict with the fragrances I'm bringing into my collection now. I don't want to be bringing just any scents and have doubles because I'm just working on decluttering, and I'm still bringing in scents, obviously, because I'm still hauling for you guys. I'm gonna be listing this on my Mercari. Again, it'll be up on there as soon as this video is done. So when you're watching this, head on over there. I'll have my Mercari linked in my description box. It'll be the first link on there if you're interested. Next fall recommendation, I know I just talked about the original Donna, but if you want something a little bit deeper, more vanilla heavy, sweeter, this is the Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense version. This one and the original don't have that major of a difference within like scents. Like the scents are pretty much the same. This one is just more intensified, mainly because of that vanilla bourbon in here. It's just heavier, it's deeper, it's a little bit woodier. It's so sexy. Perfect like going out clubbing scents. Not that I ever do that. I can't even remember the last time I was in a club, but you get the idea. It's just a really sexy bourbon vanilla benzoin kind of scent with amber added to it. Has a little bit of jasmine. It's really feminine and just a very powerful scent. Next up, I have to talk about Burberry Goddess because for the fall season, this is perfect. Again with that vanilla, but it's a very spicy kind of vanilla. This is so freaking good. Oh my god, it's the perfect explanation of this is a spicy vanilla with some lavender added to it. It has ginger in there, it has vanilla, it has cacao, it has lavender, and that's all just in the top notes. And then you get vanilla caviar in the middle and vanilla absolute in the base. So it is very predominantly a vanilla scent with a ton of spice, cocoa, richness. It's so sexy, it's addicting. Burberry Goddess is amazing, and for the fall season with that spice, this is perfect. The next scent I have here is by Be Layered. Again, this video is not sponsored by them. I've worked with them in the past, but I love this scent. This one is in Dolled Up, and they are a dupe house company, so they dupe a lot of high-end fragrances. This one is supposed to be duping Supreme Bouquet by YSL. It is a niche fragrance, so this is duping a very high-end fragrance, and it's just a fraction of the cost of it. It is like one of the sexiest, again, I'm gonna use that word a lot in this video, and I know I use that word a lot throughout my channel because that is something I look for in scents. This one again has really beautiful notes: tuberose, fruits, jasmine, amber, pear, ylang ylang, patchouli, musk, and pink pepper. It's all kind of like a row of notes. It doesn't have like the top, middle, and base sort of format of notes, but this is beautiful. It smells very feminine to me, but it has this fruity vibe. Again, imagine all of this in a very niche smelling way. Like, it smells very unique. For a more unique scent, it's very, very crowd pleasing. It's just very one of a kind. Like, I don't have any perfume in my collection that smells like this, but every time I wear it, I get a compliment because it's addicting, it is seductive, it's alluring, and everyone that smells this on you is going to compliment you. And it just has that perfect fall richness to it that makes it perfect for the season. I have two perfumes that are very, very similar to each other. A lot of the times I love layering the two together because to me they have very, very similar scent profiles. They're both a little bit different, so I'm okay with owning both of them. I don't feel like I'm necessarily owning the same scent, but I love layering these two together. So first recommendation is Guerlain Vanilla 28. I started off hating it. I've talked about it very badly on my channel. Like, I think about a year or 2 years ago, I was not into it at all. I thought it smelled like a church. I thought it smelled too mature. Back then, I remember this, like the bottle. This is a new bottle of it because I returned the old one that I had from years ago. I returned it right away. I did not like it. But I remember that bottle and the juice being very, very light. And then this one came to me, like I bought it this dark. It has almost like a purple sort of hue to it. And it just feels like it has aged to perfection. And now I find this intoxicating. It is such a woody, deep, sexy vanilla scent. It's not a youthful vanilla. It's very, very deep. This actually doesn't even have an actual vanilla note in it. It actually has brown sugar and it has tonka beans, so maybe something about that is supposed to mimic vanilla, and it totally does because when you smell this, it totally smells like vanilla. And then Black Opium Le Parfum. This is my absolute favorite Black Opium that has ever come out. This one literally has 4 different types of vanillas. In this scent, you get Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, vanilla absolute, and vanilla orchid. So 4 different types of vanillas. Obviously, this is a very, very vanilla forward scent. It is, if you don't like vanilla, I don't really see how you would love this because that's the main part you smell in here, but I have to say, one of the absolute sexiest scents ever. It has a little bit of spice to it also, which kind of again reminds me a lot of Vanilla 28. This one is even deeper though. It has a little bit of that coffee, which is very Black Opium vibey, but this, considering it is a flanker to the original Black Opium, this to me smells totally different. It has a totally different vibe, and like I said, these two together are perfection. And then I actually have a second Guerlain scent. This is Yum Pistachio Gelato. I did mention this in my summer recommendations video because this is a gourmand that is a perfect summer type of gourmand because it's not too heavy, but it also makes this a perfect fall. It's almost like that perfect sort of summer to fall transition. Honestly, I would wear this all year round. This one is pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy. It is delicious. It's so long lasting. Now, the reason why I'm recommending this again, on top of the fact that I feel like you can wear this all year round, I layered it the other day with Vanilla 28 just on a whim. I was going to the movies and I just wanted kind of a cozy combo, and I put the two together. Not only could I smell the scent, literally 2 days later it was still on my clothes, but the scent of these two mixed together, it was pure like magic. If you have these two, I don't care what time of the year it is, put them together. It is the most addicting combo ever. Not only are you gonna be catching whiffs of yourself all day and all night, but you're gonna want to keep smelling it. I got compliments so much that night, and I'm gonna be wearing these two so much more this fall season. I love them both alone, but mixed together, so good. This next perfume was also sent to me. This was sent to me like 2 years ago, but I never actually worked with the brand. They just sent me a perfume. This is by Malone and it's called Nightfall. When I was looking this scent up, I think they've changed the packaging, like updated the packaging, but I think they still have this scent on their website. This is so good. Nightfall is just the perfect name for this. It has this dark nighttimey vibe to it. It just reminds me of being in a big city and like all the twinkling lights from all the buildings, like skyscrapers everywhere. It reminds me of like a night in New York. It's so sexy. There's something really cozy about it, and that automatically makes me feel like it smells like fall. This starts off a little bit spicy. You get this beautiful combination of orange blossom, jasmine, and tuberose, which you can definitely smell, and it's just a beautiful feminine vibe. And then it has vanilla in the base, also with patchouli and moss, so it has this earthy vibe, but in the perfect way. There's something about this that slightly, it's a very, very toned down version of Intense Cafe by Montal, but it's way sweeter than Intense Cafe. It's more vanilla, and it's just, it's stunning. It kind of falls into the family of Black Opium a little bit, but I would also say it's kind of mixed with Paco Rabanne's Olympia. Like, it almost has this salty vibe to it, and also Voce Viva by Valentino. It's like the perfect mixture of those three fragrances. But yeah, really, really, really good. Not really talked about, but really, really good. I have to talk about this new fragrance. This is by Sabrina Carpenter. It's her new Sweet Tooth Caramel Dream. The original Sweet Tooth has that white chocolate factor in it. It's super, super sweet and girly, and it just has this pink vibe. The difference with this one, obviously it's called Caramel Dream, so you would expect it to have more of a caramel vibe to it, and it does, but it also has this depth. It also has a little bit of a musky sort of darkness to it, and also has like a patchouli that slightly reminds me of Angel, which I've mentioned in previous videos. It's a lot more toned down than Angel, so if you're an Angel hater, you would still probably really, really love this, so don't get scared off by that. But it has that same Angel patchouli, just very, very watered down. And instead of white chocolate, in here they've added dark chocolate, so again, playing on that darker feel that this has. It's way sexier to me than the original one. The original one just feels a little bit more youthful. This one just has those deep, dark, sexy, vampy sort of vibes to it. Next, I have an Arab perfume in this video. This is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. This is literally like a caramelly, ooey gooey, sweet, warm, delicious apple pie. So that makes it automatically perfect for the fall season. It just has a cozy, sweet vibe to it, but also very, very perfumey and very sexy. It also has this grapey vibe. It also has iris in it, which, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I find that note just gives this plasticky, lipsticky makeup scent to perfumes, and it has that scent in here also, like slightly. I feel like that's what's giving us like this really sexy vibe that it has. It is so, so good, super long lasting, and best of all, very, very affordable, like 30 bucks on Amazon. Everything will be linked in my description box. And then another Arab perfume that I can't not include in this fall video is Choco Musk. This is literally like 12 bucks on Amazon, and it literally smells like chocolate. It's vanilla mixed with chocolate. It's absolutely addicting. It will make you smell edible. I love to wear this whenever I'm watching a movie and I want to feel super, super cozy. My husband loves smelling it on me. I love wearing it to bed. It's just a really, really, really nice, cozy scent. Perfect for the fall season, perfect for winter season. Just a really like cold weather scent because it just makes you feel so warm. Next, I have a very expensive smelling perfume that is very inexpensive. So this is Rose Gourmand by Zara. This is supposed to be a dupe of Intense Cafe by Montal, which is more of a niche fragrance. I kind of have to be in the right mood to wear this perfume because it is more so on the stronger side. So on days where I'm feeling a little it can kind of make me feel a little nauseous, and I don't want to say that to make this sound negative or bad in any way. I just want to say that up front because it is on the stronger side, but it does last forever. This scent is very rose heavy, but it's not mature and it doesn't feel dated. It's more so the kind of rose you smell from like literal rose water, which I have here. I use rose water a lot, so I'm very familiar with the scent, like spray it on my face all the time, and it smells like that. It's a very fresh type of rose scent. Okay, so my camera decided to die on me, so I'm gonna film the rest of this video on my phone. This, although it's called Rose Gourmand, it doesn't really smell gourmand. It just has this perfect balance of that rose, and then it only has amber and vanilla as the only other notes in here. I'm sorry if you can hear the thunder, it's going crazy out there. But that vanilla and the amber just kind of round out the rose. It gives it like a sweeter scent, but I will say that rose is more so the dominant part of this. It's very expensive smelling, and every time I wear this, I get huge compliments on it. I do wear it more so on like going out occasions. I don't really wear this as like a chill, casual scent because I find it to be a little bit more fancy, but it's really good. It will make you smell so high-end. And then the very last fragrance I have in this video is Killer Queen by Katy Perry. So this is another very, very affordable one. I have used this, well, not like this specific bottle, but I have owned and used this since I was literally a freshman or sophomore in high school. Like, it has been years, almost a decade, that I've had and known about this fragrance, but it's so good for a celebrity scent. It smells so high-end. It has this deep, plummy, sexy vibe to it. I just find it so seductive and very red smelling, like the bottle. It's just like a red crystal. It's really, really good. It's honestly way ahead of its time because this came out years ago, but Katy Perry knew what she was doing with this scent because it is so good, and I'm definitely going to be using it all fall season. This is more so like an all year round scent for me, but because of that deepness, I love it for this time of year. All right, so that completes today's video. I know this was a very long video. I don't think I filmed this long of a video in a really long time, but I had a lot of fragrances in this video. Fall is like my favorite season to wear perfumes because it's when I can really get away with more of my sweeter scents, which in Florida, fall is not really fall because it's always hot here, but there are days that are a little bit cooler, so it's just my favorite season because I love sweeter scents, deeper scents, sexier, heavier scents. If you're still here watching this video, put the candy emoji in the comments and I will know who my true loyal subscribers are, because if you stayed until here, then I love you. Thank you again to FragranceNet for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to use my code Ksenia for 30% off at checkout. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.